Good morning. Another Friday with Real Talk with Rima. It is Friday, 10 a.m. I believe it's 11 a.m. where my guest is today. I have a special guest from Edmonton, Canada today. We took it to the other side of the world, bringing my good friend, uh, Matt Ferguson from Edmonton. Matt's been in the business, in the real estate business for a long time. We happened to meet through our coaching program a couple months ago. And Matt, without further ado, please introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about you, tell the audience a little bit about you and your journey in this crazy world of real estate.
I'm super excited. I'm probably the most Canadian person you've had on here so far. So
Yes,
number one.
I'll have another one next week.
Oh, wow. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I've been in the industry since 2008. I've obviously we met through our inner circle with the Jon Cheplak group and built a pretty good bond here. And so what do you want to talk about first? My first year in real estate?
Yeah, just take me a little bit about your background. What did you do before real estate? Like, so we can know a little bit about you personally before the real estate world.
Okay, so I started out renovating and flipping homes, and here in Canada between
How long
2003,
ago?
huh?
How long ago?
2003.
Got it.
So between 2003 and 2007, you could really make a lot of money. The real estate market basically doubled, if not 300% in that time. So anybody could buy or sell real estate, and it looked easy. I was paying a realtor to flip my houses for me, and I thought, hey, I'll go get my license. Like most people think it's going to be easy. So I went out and got my license and stopped flipping homes at the time. And then 2007, the crash happened. I got my license in 2008 at the end, and it was a struggle. It was definitely a struggle.
I think we got into the business at the same time, because I got at the same time and it was disaster and I was ready to quit.
Yeah, we had a pretty bad time. I think we lost 30% in like a year on the real estate market. Sales were down significantly. It was a big struggle as a solo agent. It was definitely a struggle. I could tell you that when I got into the industry in January, my first sale came in September, and it was
wow.
Yes, it was bad, and it was one of my really good friends, and I double-ended the deal. So $13,000 commission, first commission, but it took 9 months.
That for a while.
Yeah, it lasted me like a month and a half. So yeah, so that was the struggle being a brand new agent. I think we all think real estate's going to be easy when we get into the business, and we think that you just go out there and sell houses. My big thing was, what do I do? My first year in real estate, what do I do? So there was 4 of us that went through the real estate course, and back then it was a classroom atmosphere. So we built this bond. So we all went to the same brokerage together, which was Realty Executives, and there wasn't a lot of support in the brokerage. There was a great broker, a friendly guy. He was always there for you, but he wasn't a salesman. He didn't know how to sell. He didn't know people. He didn't know emotional intelligence and that kind of stuff. So I would walk into his office and I would say, Gary, what do I got to do to sell real estate? Do you want me to do backflips on the corner, like hand out my card? What do you want me to do? And he would give me these very cliche answers like, you just got to keep doing what you're doing to be successful in real estate and pushing through and just all this cliche stuff. But it really didn't help. I didn't have guidance. I didn't have the back end support, the help that I needed. And so it took me about a year and a half, and I finally looked at teams. So I started interviewing a bunch of teams. I found a superstar agent. We all know that real estate agent that doesn't go home at night, sleeps at the office, does 150 transactions, a lot of foreclosures. So I went to him, and it was eye-opening to say the least. He didn't offer support.
So you joined the team?
I joined his team. Well, let's not call it a team. I did join him as his buyer's agent, and I should have known there was a lot of red flags that he had 6 or 7 buyer's agent over the last 2 or 3 years. He wasn't offering leadership. He wasn't offering systems and processes and anything like that. What he was doing is giving away the leads that he didn't want to work with on a day-to-day basis. So if somebody wanted to show 45 minutes out of the city at 5:30, he'd call me up. Hey, I got a listing for you. I got a lead for you. If he was too busy to show on a Saturday afternoon, he would send me the lead. So I would walk into his office and I would say, this is what happened with the lead. This was the result. What do you think? And he'd be like, yeah, you know what? You can't win them all. The very, the old school mentality. Yeah, just keep going, keep pushing, keep walking through the mud. You're going to get there. And so that obviously, no leadership, no systems, no processes. That lasted about 2 months. And I finally said, okay, this is not for me. And then I decided to join Remax because they had a lot of support. They had a lot of training. And I was going to finally, after a year and a half in the business, I was about to learn how to be a realtor, right?
Remax is huge, especially in Canada.
Of course. Yeah. So here in Canada, or of course in Western Canada, my area, it's about 40% to 45% of the transactions are Remax agents.
That's huge.
Or at least they have been in the past. That's about to change. But so I went to a Remax brokerage and they offered a lot of support. I had another great broker there. Shami was his name. And we really hit it off. He was super helpful. He had training all the time. And I stayed there for 6 or 7 years until I decided to do my own team, right?
So you started your own team after being probably now like 10 years in?
Yeah, we're probably about 8 to 10 years in, something like that. And so I did the typical thing that I saw my leader do, just join to sign a buyer's agent and hand them off all of the business that I didn't want to do on a day-to-day basis, right? Hand them all the garbage stuff, basically. And it doesn't work like that. Right? At the end of the day, we need our agents to be successful and we need to put them in the right position to be successful. And that just didn't work. So she stayed with me as my buyer's agent. I slowly learned the systems. I slowly learned the processes, but it actually, and selling real estate is easy. We all know how to sell real estate, but it's really the back end. It's really the business itself that makes you really successful in real estate. It's the stuff that we learn every single week. You and I, we're lucky enough to be in the inner circle with Jon, and
having that support, having that, yes, that people to rely on and open their playbook,
right?
And with other stuff that we're doing, it's amazing. Yes, and I see it through a lot of leaders, like a lot of teams, like you mentioned, they give like the leads that they don't want to work for their agents, and that's not the way to build a successful team or successful brokerage and have a sustainable business and have people stay with you. At the end of the day, we both are leaders, want to grow our people and set them for success.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's the most important thing that a lot of team leaders miss. It's not about bringing an agent on to take on the business that you don't want to do. It's about making your agent successful. And if you don't have your your agent's best interest at heart, then are you really a leader?
100%. Yes. So if you've started your team with the buyer's agent first,
right?
And then how did you grow it? Because I know your team is now, you don't have a large team, you have nice sized team. How did you grow it, and how did you decide to grow it?
So we had I had a team, and then it was just her and I, and it's like we met every Wednesday and we just sat there and we shoot the shit, but most of the time it was talking about boys or talking about fun stuff, our personal lives and stuff like that. It wasn't structured. It wasn't the actual team, and I would help her every way I could to be successful in real estate. But finally I sat down and I was like, okay, let's build this. Let's build the foundations. Let's build it up. So we went and we signed up for a program called Sync, which was a back-end CRM. And then we brought on a great young man by the name of Dylan to come onto the team. And so he became a buyer's agent on the team as well. But we were just in the growing phase of building the actual business itself. So essentially what happened is we struggled and we struggled and we struggled as this new little team family type thing. And Dylan and I got really close. Obviously I was close with Coral. And then my dad got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and he got diagnosed in June of would have been 3 years ago now. So he got diagnosed, and basically when you realize pancreatic cancer, you're not going to make it. Like, they give you 3, 6, 8 months. Maybe if you're Steve Jobs or Alex Trebek, you get like 9 months, but you know that you have a finite lifespan at that point. So I lost my mojo in real estate. I lost my will. I lost my drive. I lost everything that I was trying to build. And so I lost Dylan. Him and I didn't see eye to eye. So he went off on his own. And luckily, Coral stuck with me. And she ran a lot of the business while I just wasn't in the real estate industry. And I did that for about a year. And I sat there and I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I was like, I have to do something. And I was just like thinking about what I was going to do with my life, contemplating my life. And because at the end of the day, my dad was 61 years old. He passed away that Thanksgiving. So he made it from June to Thanksgiving. So I was thinking, if I only have till 61, what am I going to do with that time? Right? So luckily I went on the internet and I found best coach in North America. And it's Jon Cheplak. And I called Jon, or I reached out to him, and then I reached out to him again, and then I reached out to him again. So 3 times within probably an hour. And he called me. I picked up the phone and I said, oh, it's actually you. I thought it would be like somebody else calling just to qualify me to see where I'm at. It was actually Jon. And him and I had a great conversation, and he liked my story. He liked where I'm at, and he really took a chance on me. I know he deals with the number 1 Remax realtor in the entire world, the number 1 Remax realtor in Canada, number 2 in Canada. So the top 2 EXP realtors in the entire North America or in the entire world. So he deals with the top of the top, the best of the best. And so I really feel like he took a chance on me, and he put all of his support. So he built me from the ground up. And that's where you and I met, obviously, through Jon. But so he put me in the right position. I started out with Jon about 1.5 years ago. I went from 1 buyer's agent. Within a year, I had 5 agents on my team, and just continually recruiting, right?
Yeah. Well, Jon is amazing, and just wanted to remind you, you're going to live way past 61. So just want to throw it out there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the confidence.
So, yeah, I mean, speaking of building the team, and I know recently you made a huge change in your business and in your career, leaving a company that you were there for such a long time. And you made a huge switch, and you brought some of your team members to totally different world. What made you do the switch, and where are you at now?
What made me do the switch? So speaking of us as a group, Jon's group, we all met together in Lake Tahoe, and we climbed a mountain. And it's very symbolic as climbing a mountain with all these people together, because on a day-to-day basis, that's what we're doing. We're climbing a mountain. And I followed you up a mountain for 4 hours trying to catch you. I had 4 oxygen tanks. I had 8 liters of water. I had hiking sticks, a backpack. I was ready to go, and I still couldn't catch you. So I feel like it's a great analogy for life and for us as real estate agents and team leaders, that we all did this. We all accomplished this thing together. And sitting at the top, when we finally got there, and I got to meet you in person, not just your backside, we talked about everything in real estate. We talked about, our systems, our processes. Everybody was sharing. Everybody was on the same, even though we're at different levels, everybody's on the same page. We reached the top of that mountain, but we were going right back down and climbing another mountain, right? 100%. So you and I bonded at the top, and we went down the mountain together. And the way that you explained your business to me was really eye-opening. EXP in Canada has been sold as a multi-level marketing and kind of like a pyramid scheme. There's a lot of single agents who aren't producing here in Canada who will go out and recruit people to EXP. Come check it out. It's a great place to work. Now, it is a great place to work. It is, but when you sold it to me the way that the Americans sell it, It's completely different than the way that it's sold here in Canada.
And I wasn't trying to sell you on anything.
You were just explaining how it works. You were and like, it's great for you. Like, the fact that you told me that you left behind family members at your old brokerage to come to this was a big risk for you. And that's when I was like, wow, like, if she's willing to take that risk, if she's willing to go above and beyond, then there must be something behind it, right?
Yeah.
I'm big on if you feel something and you trust people, just go do it. I'm not going to analyze it and look at all the different ways that it could go wrong, because at the end of the day, nothing's going to happen. It's probably going to go right. So you didn't sell me on EXP, but you just told me, like, this is what it's done for me. This is what it's done for everybody. There's so many great EXP agents that are like amazing people. Gus DeGulis out of Birmingham, Alabama. Shout out to him. He's amazing. There's
Yes.
Veronica, there's Dan Beer, there's Kyle Whistle, there's the great Mark Pattison, right? Like, there's so many great people behind the brand that it's kind of hard not to want to be there, not to want to be in those shoes, right?
And it's hard when you surround yourself with those big names. It forces you to grow. And we had that conversation before, me switching from another company coming to XP. I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, people sell it on the rev share and the stocks. And that, I didn't even think about all of that when I joined. And we had that conversation before. For me, it was growth, and growth in all ways, and not just transaction, not just money, not, just growth. And like, we grow as a human on a regular basis, on a daily basis. And if we surround ourselves with all these big leaders that they're doing huge things in the industry on all levels and growing other people with them, for me, that was eye-opening. That's like, I want to be there. I want to follow those people. I want to follow their path. I want to grow my people, that they trust me in this journey. So that was it for me. I mean, all that I've shared at the stocks and all that comes with it, I always say it's icing on the cake. That's not the big factor that anybody should actually join EXP. Wouldn't you agree?
Completely. And the crazy thing is, like, you talk to me. We probably took us 2 hours to get down because we were basically running. But you talked to me about EXP. Not once did you ever talk to me about rev share or like stocks. You said stocks. Yeah, you get these stocks and this and that. You were talking about the impact that it's had on your agents since you moved over. And that was the big thing for me. It's like, oh, this is the impact that it's had on the agents. Mark Pattison, same thing. He's like, do you know what it's done for my agent's business since I moved over to EXP? It's just, at the end of the day, this was the best decision that I could make for everybody involved. It was going to hurt. I knew it was going to hurt me. I knew it was going to be bad for the first month, but it was like pulling off the Band-Aid. I knew it was good. It just gives us such a opportunity to expand and to grow. And it's way better for the agents. It's way better for my team. It puts my team in a much better position to be successful. And at the end of the day, I can't make them be successful, but I could put them in the best scenario so that they could choose or choose not to be successful.
Yes. And what I was how long you've joined now? It's been a month.
We're about a month, yeah.
Yeah, but how's everything going for you? And do you look back as like, what the heck did I do?
I look back and I was like, why the heck didn't I do this sooner? Obviously I would never have met you sooner. That was the first time with COVID and everything that I would have met you, or a lot of the other EXP people in the United States. And the United States side of EXP has run so well. It's just the business side of it, the people, the collaboration, everything is just done so well. Like, for example, Monday morning, Kyle Whistle and Dan Beer got on there and they did a presentation on how to do open houses.
Wasn't that amazing?
It was an amazing presentation. I had to jump off at an hour. I don't know how much longer they went after an hour, but I was talking to a young man that I coach a couple days ago, and I said, if you're really picking the brains of real estate agents, what are you doing to get the information? He talked to a real estate agent, and that real estate agent said, you got to do A, B, and C. You got to pick this, pick that, pick that. But are they giving you specifics? It would have been very easy for Dan Beer to say, Go out there and do more open houses, because that's what makes you successful. And that's right. That, like, Dan Beer's right about that. If you were to plop anybody in a city, if you put me in New York City and say, hey, go sell real estate, first thing I'm going to do is go do open houses. That's how you're going to get business. But they don't do that. They go out there and they say, you do open houses this way.
There's
So,
the
like,
systems behind it to get the
everything.
most out of your open house, not just throw a sign out there.
It was absolutely incredible. Like, think if I've been in the industry for 12, 13, 14 years, whatever it happens to be. I like to forget that part. But I learned so much. Like, the way that like, something so simple, like, he would pick up his piece of pad and his piece of paper, and he'd be like, are you a 780 area code or a 587? Oh, okay. What's the rest? Are you Yahoo or Gmail? Like, just like something so simple that gets people to give you their information in the least confrontational way you can. And he went through the systems as delivering the flyers, the invitations, putting out signs, how many signs you put out, who puts out the signs, when you put out the signs,
Right.
how you door knock, everything you do, the way that you greet people when they come in the house, the way you collect their information, the way you put them into the CRM, what you do afterwards to do follow up with them through the ISA department. Like, it's so easy for us as real estate agents to say, oh yeah, do more open houses. But who's the one that's telling you, like, how to
Giving you the
actually do it?
roadmap and giving you the playbook of how to really do effective open house. It's going to generate you tons of leads, and make your time the most valuable time within those 2-3 hours that you're going to be sitting in the open house anyways. So yeah, that was actually huge, and that's what we get from being fortunate enough to be on EXP. And honestly, it's just, it's not just the EXP, it's who you surround yourself with and who the people you go down, your downline, your upline. I still don't understand it, but whoever you join, they can make you or break you, because just people to go to EXP, just to go to EXP, they're wasting their time and they're setting themselves to failure. They have to know who really the leaders that they choose to go under, because that's gonna make the difference in their life and in their business. That's how I feel. I mean, we're lucky to be in a group with like the most amazing leaders out in the industry. So I think that's gonna only help us and make us go only to the top, because when you are surrounded with giants, there's no way you're gonna go backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And we're always challenging each other. We're always like, anytime we need help from someone, whether it's Mark, Dan, Kyle, yourself, anybody within the EXP, Russell, everybody's willing to help. Everybody's willing to help. And that's the most amazing thing that I see, which it's really refreshing in this industry.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really good. That's a really good point. And I did 2 recruiting calls this week, 2 young ladies that want to join the team, and they're asking, like, I did some research online about it. I did, like, is it MLM? Is it pyramid scheme? Do I need to recruit? What do I need to do here? What do I need to do there? I said, forget the part about the pyramid or where you end up in your upline and your downline. What you want to do in real estate, whether you're with EXP or Remax or Keller Williams, wherever it happens to be, is surround yourself with the most influential people you can, the people with the knowledge. You and I luck out. We get to be every single Sunday, we're in a room with 100 of the most badass mofos on the planet. Like,
right.
And so that's what really made me open my eyes to EXP, is that I can provide the value that I get every Sunday from that group to everybody else, like through Canada, North America, wherever we want to be. I can get on the phone with or a Zoom call with somebody from St. Augustine, Florida, and say, this is what you do with your CRM. This is how you do your lead follow-up. This is how you do your marketing. And they can kill it as a real estate agent, because they're standing on the shoulders of giants. And that's what I've done, is I've stood on the shoulders of giants, like the big people in our group and the big people in EXP. And so I really feel like giving back and contributing. There's a lot of people who are not in my downline that I help on a regular basis. There's a lot of people that I coach for free. on a regular basis because I see something in them. I see that they're going to be successful, right? And that's what I really look for, is that commitment.
Yeah. And I, not too long ago, I made a video actually, like we have, no matter where you're at in your life, it doesn't matter the company, it doesn't matter whose company you're in, whether EXP, Century 21, Remax, whatever the company is, or your independent brokerage, just surround yourself with the right people. Just go after coach, mentor, a group of coaching organization, or whatever the case may be. Just surround yourself with people that they are doing things way better than you, they are more successful than you, and that's what's going to help you definitely grow, no matter where you're at, no matter what company you're in. And we're lucky to have the XP family. We're lucky to have the Jon Cheplak inner circle, and now I'm the select coaching. It's phenomenal to be around those people and grow with these people. Like, I'm on training all the time, you're on training all the time, and it's just like so much. Sometimes, like when we talk, it's like there's not enough time to implement everything that we're learning because there's so much pouring into us on a regular basis. And like I said, I'm so excited for 2022. I don't know about you, but I'm so freaking excited. Excuse my language about 2022.
Cool.
I
was
get
the one that was supposed to calm down. Nice.
So
yeah, I'm
so
super
what's your
excited
plan
as
for
well.
2022?
Yeah, like you and I talk on a regular basis about our plans for 2022, and yeah, well, you and I are both in the same boat. I'm super excited. That's why I wanted to get this transition over to EXP done right away. We'll be expanding to the Okanagan. We're gonna be in the Okanagan in the first quarter of next year. We're gonna have the team there. We're gonna have downline there. We're gonna have lead generation, the whole 9 yards. So that's super exciting for us. We're trying to build the team up here. I've got 4 agents right now that have joined me. I actually lost. So, you know, a lot of agents don't see the big vision, right? A lot of agents get stuck on the buying and selling homes, and they don't see the really big vision. It's like, it takes a lot to buy and sell homes, and it takes a lot to be successful in every market. And EXP provides that vision for us. It provides the systems and processes, and it helps us get bigger as a team, and every agent is going to get bigger. They don't have to recruit. They don't have to bring people in their downline, but they're going to get better and they're going to get bigger. And so when we made the transition, 3 of the agents on my team didn't see the bigger picture. They didn't see the vision. They didn't think that it was in their best interest to move over with us. One of the agents actually said EXP doesn't have the best reputation here. And I said directly to her, we're about to change that. And I am going to single-handedly change what EXP looks like here in Canada, and especially my sphere, my influence right here inside the city. So we lost 3 agents, but it's like everybody in our group does. KFR.
And again, it's not about EXP, it's your brand. Like, you're building your own brand, and it's not any company or any logo behind it. It is your brand and your brand only. And that's what we have to sell them on the bigger picture and the brand and what we're building as individuals. Forget the company and forget the big logo behind it and the franchise. So are you planning on expanding your team? Definitely for 2022?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for 2022, the big goals right now are expansion of the team. We've got the 4 agents. We did 2 recruiting interviews this week, which both young ladies look like they're super excited for the team. We have 2 new recruits coming in December, one coming mid-December after the course, and one coming from a traditional brokerage by the end of the year. So the team is going to expand. We're in talks with a couple agents out in the Okanagan to start that side of it and to move our systems and processes there, to run the team there. But the big thing is our movement. I call it mastering real estate together. All of the agents, I want to bring value to real estate agents across the world, across North America. So it's starting in January 1st. We're going to do 30 days of value, where we come and do one of these live on Facebook, 15 minutes, something that people need to work on, like open houses or scripting, dialogues, converting buyers presentations, listing presentations. So we'll be doing that on the Mastering Real Estate business page, and we'll be putting that out starting January 1st. Everybody's going to be hungover, but we're going to start off on the right foot and be doing
Let's
that.
go.
Day one. Value day one.
You can sober them up. Anything you want to add?
No, just I just really want to express the part about EXP. Obviously, this isn't an EXP recruiting call by any means, and obviously I've been there for less than a month. But the value of this cloud-based brokerage and what it offers to everybody involved is immense. I would say that who you get as a mentor in EXP, if you're gonna go somewhere else, just research who's above you. Research the person that's about to help you for the next 20 years, right? It better be the right person. And like you and I bonded really, really well. And then you introduced me to Mark Pattison, who's just an amazing human being. And I'm super excited to be with you guys. I'm super excited to be part of the Southern California group instead of, what's going on here in Canada. And we're just going to build it up in Canada here. So.
Well, welcome. And we're excited to have you. And we're excited to build all this thing, all of us together. And we're excited what's ahead for all of us. And want to thank you for being on my show today. I know you're a busy man, and I appreciate you. And we'll talk soon.
Okay, hold on. We got to do this.
Thank you, Matt.
See you.
Bye.